I prepare a message for my campus club? Well, one of the easiest ways that I've found for a student to prepare a message for their campus club is using what we call the SOAP method. SOAP is an acrostic for scripture, observation, application, and prayer. First, you want to decide what scripture verse do you want to use with your friends. Share that scripture verse with your class, and then next you want to describe what you have observed in the passage. What did you learn? What can students take away from the passage? Next, you're going to share the application. What have you learned? How can you apply it to your life? And what steps can you take that week to walk out those scripture verses at your school? Then you want to close in prayer, asking the Lord to help you as you're living out those scripture verses daily. So let me give you an illustration from scripture because sometimes it's easier when we can see it in person. Our text that we're going to use is John chapter 1, verse 35 through 42. We would read those scripture verses and then we would share the observation. We observe in this passage that John the Baptist has been out in the desert and he's been pointing people to Jesus every single day. He's sharing with his disciples who Jesus Christ is. And in this particular passage, Jesus comes walking by. And John says to his disciples, "Look, here's Jesus, the Son of God, the one I've been telling you about." And Andrew, one of John's disciples, gets so excited that he immediately begins to go and follow Jesus. And then after he has this encounter with the Lord, he begins to go and tell other people about Jesus. The first person that he finds is his brother, and he brings him along and he introduces him to the Lord. How can we apply this to our life? One, we can be just like John the Baptist and direct people to Jesus Christ. We can also be like Andrew and be so excited about what Jesus is doing in our own life that we just have to tell someone. And we go and we find the first person on campus that we can share our faith with and we tell them about Jesus. Let me ask you a question. Who has God been placing on your heart? Is there a friend that you've noticed that's been standing by themselves at break? Is there a friend on your bus that maybe you need to take time to get to know today? Or maybe there's a classmate standing next to you at your locker, or even in your homeroom, or at the lunch table that needs to hear the gospel story of Jesus Christ. Whose life could you impact this week at school? Let's make it our goal as a campus club to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with at least one person this week, and then invite them back to our campus ministry club next week. And then close in prayer, asking God to help you and your friends as you're living out these scripture verses to be bold and share your faith on campus this week. If you're not comfortable writing your own message for your campus club, that's okay. Youth Alive missionaries from all over the nation have been preparing materials for you that will help you be successful and sharing at your campus clubs. You can find these resources at our Youth Alive website at yausa.com. The resources that you want to download are called Campus Club Monthly Meeting Guides. These resources will help you prepare a month at a time the messages that you want to share with your friends. And there's enough topics on the website to get you started for 2 to 3 years, and you could share a different topic every single week. We just want to help you be successful in reaching your friends at school. So whether you write your own message or whether you use one that's already been prepared for you by some of our Youth Alive missionaries, don't wait. Start right now preparing the next message for your campus club. Your friends are waiting. They need to hear the gospel story. Well, guys, I just want to encourage you that as you're hearing from the Lord each week, this is your moment to share with your friends what God is teaching you, and you're taking that and you're investing back into the lives of your friends. As you do that, that's powerful because you're going to see your friends give their life to Jesus Christ because you're learning together, you're growing together on your campus, and you're impacting lives for Jesus Christ for eternity. This is your opportunity. God is speaking to you. Now go share it.